Welcome to Body Moves for Life. Thank you so much for joining today. This is John Archer. Hope you enjoy the view that we can share today at the pond below my parents' home. And I wanted to use this opportunity with the beautiful landscape to talk a little bit to you about exercising and moving our wrists. Our wrists are a part of our body that we may not always think about, especially if they're working fine. You know, we just do what we do. We write with a pen or a pencil. We pick up things. We type. We don't think about it much until they start bothering us. And once our wrists start bothering us, you know, carpal tunnel syndrome, or just starting getting stiff and sore here in the joint, we begin to, think, what can I do to get my wrist condition? And there's quite a few things that we can do. First of all, it's something that I think about a lot as a martial artist because wrist locks are something that are commonly done, and it's something to kind of condition and take care of. So let's take a kind of broad look at what all we can do with the wrist to take care of them, and they will serve you well for many years to come. So looking at the wrist, one thing that I do each morning when I wake up is I try to get the blood flowing through my wrists. And what I'll do is I'll do some movements where I just take my hands and squeeze them. And as I squeeze tight, the tendency may be for the wrist to go back, but I try to keep them straight, or you can move them in, but you can see you can do any of these angles as you squeeze, and it will truly tighten up all through the wrist, and you'll feel that you are truly warming up your wrist this way. Now this is when you're making your wrist tight. You can also have up and downward movements like this, and often what I'll do is I'll with open hands or closed hands get this rhythm going here. It's really nice coordination drill as well. Notice I'm going down with my left first, and you can trade up and go down with your right. You can also put your energy up with the left first, or up with the right first. And these are just coordination drills that can kind of help you begin to experience movement that maybe you've not done before while you warm up your wrists. You can also, instead of having the wrists face this way, you can turn them over, and you can have them face this way, and this is kind of a different movement here than this here. And you can also have your fingers open, which is a bit different of a feeling from having your hands closed. But all of these are simply motions that you can do both for coordination and warming up your wrist. You can also actually, instead of just up and down, you can go in circles. And as you can see, as I do big sweeping circles, I try to keep my arms from moving and just focus on the wrist. And this kind of has a spiral this way. As you see my hands go, you can go the opposite direction, and you can go the same direction to the right and left as well. These are just kind of warm-up drills that I do. I'll just do a random array of these movements to get my blood flowing, to tighten up my tendons and ligaments for a moment, and then release, which really gets the blood flowing and helps my wrists feel better. I'll not only do the wrists, I'll kind of get the hands involved as well, which we'll focus on maybe more on another video. But when you squeeze your fingers, you can kind of roll them in, and it will work all these tendons and ligaments through the wrists, but it'll also warm up your fingers as well. Now, having kind of gotten my blood flowing a little bit through my wrists, they do feel a little bit looser already. I didn't really warm them up before this video because I wanted literally for them to be stiff or tight so that I could experience with you what it would feel like to do this exercise. Now, as I put my palm up, another really nice option is I'll put my palm up and I'll lay my other hand down, kind of like cupping on the pinky side, and I'll go out to the fingertips and curl down. And if you'll do about 10 of these, I'll do 5 here, and then I'll switch palm up, cupping hand on top, and kind of curl down. This will really stretch across the top of the wrist, all of these muscles here, and the ligaments and tendons here in the wrist, and a nice little stretch here. I'll go do 5 more on this side, 4, 5, and then I'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this was palm up. You can also do palm down. When you go palm down, this position here, this is a very tender stretch right here. If you're not used to it, it can really hurt, especially if you're really aggressive. So I'll go down, 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 and I'll swap up and do the other side. This is a really nice joint lock, but it's also a nice stretch on these ligaments and tendons here. I'll do one more time, and one more time. Now, if you do if you notice, we did palm up and we did palm down. So let's do thumb up. And with the thumb up, you can kind of relax your hand like this, and you can do a stretch here, and it'll stretch across the top behind where the thumb is and the pointer finger, the index finger. And this is a really nice stretch as well. Probably something that you're not used to doing, or something in your body that doesn't get stretched a lot. But it's really probably could be tender if you're not used to it. Now if I turn the pinky up here, this is an interesting stretch here as well. With the pinky up, I can kind of come down like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now these were simply kind of just folding motions, folding, trying to fold this way. It doesn't fold too much up and down here and here. Okay, and we did, of course, circular motions when we did these, and we did kind of these squeezing motions. Now, if you want to just look at some of the joint locks that we may do in martial arts that are also nice stretches, if you put your palm towards your face and the back of your hand out, you can reach under your hand, and you'll find around the thumb, the meaty part of your hand, you can reach under, and there's a nice handle here. And from this handle, you can squeeze and put your thumb maybe on the knuckle at the ring finger. And as you fold the wrist in, you can twist and fold over. And if you do both at the same time, you get a really nice twisting stretch on the hand. So again, back of the hand out, palm face in, reach under, grab the meaty part by the thumb, and put the this thumb on your ring finger, and I'm going to twist and fold over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is with the palm up, the palm to your face. If you will turn the thumb down and the pinky up, this here makes a little S like this. You can make it long, but just naturally make the S. For doing so with your other hand, you can take a cup the back of your hand, and you want to keep this pinky up and just kind of curl it in to your face. And it really locks this wrist, but it stretches the joint out. Okay, so pinky up, cup the C cup, the back of the hand like this, kind of squeeze, pinky up, and draw it in here. Okay, 4, 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go palm down, palm up, pinky up, pinky down, grab under, wrist twist, and then curl in with the S lock here. Okay, so again, palm up, palm down, twist down, fold down, fold up, curl down. I think I just did that one. Okay, and then reach under for the wrist twist here, and then with the pinky up, the S lock as you bring it in. Now my wrists are starting to be pretty much warm now, so what I may do is we say rinse and repeat, I think is the expression. So I'll just kind of start over. I'll do my little squeezes here. Okay, I'll do my little exercises here, which is really working these muscles in the forearms as well. Feels really good. Okay, I'll give it an up energy like this, and down and up and down. Okay, and then I'll do bending and twisting, folding down, rolling down, and I'll do this S lock and this S lock. Having done each of those things, my hands, they feel much warmer, loose. You can kind of play with these joints and realize that they really go in a lot of directions. Very circular here you can do, folding, and you can kind of be creative with your movements. But most people literally don't work these joints very much. And I tell you, if you'll do them quite a bit, they will make a big difference in the keeping your arthritis down, keeping your wrists loose, and keeping your hands and wrists and forearms feeling strong and conditioned. I just wanted to expose you to some thoughts about your wrists and joints. Just experiment a little bit with that and see if you find that your wrists are a weaker part of your body, or if you could keep them conditioned strongly. I hope you enjoyed this quick little episode here by the beautiful view of this beautiful pond. Body Moves for Life, John Archer. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care.